First up, the biggest international story, a story that obviously has a lot of ramifications. Just hours after Israel launched that massive airstrike on Beirut, the IDF, remember, now has made a big claim. They say that Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah has been eliminated in the strikes. It also says that these strikes were based on some very precise intelligence. It targeted the central headquarters of the Hezbollah, which was embedded under a residential building in Beirut. It also, in fact, goes on to say that the strike was conducted while Hezbollah's senior chain of command were operating from that very headquarters. The IDF has also added that it's not the end of its toolbox, but just the beginning. As far as this is concerned, first up, everything that you need to know on the day's top focus story.
זה לא סוף ארגז הכלים, זה צריך להיות מאוד ברור. יש עוד כלים קדימה ללכת, והמסר הוא מסר פשוט, מי שמאיים על אזרחי מדינת ישראל נדע להגיע בצפון, בדרום, גם במקומות יותר רחוקים.
As part of the extensive aerial operation to degrade Hezbollah's terrorist infrastructure and capabilities, we are preparing to conduct strikes on strategic assets that Hezbollah has hidden underground beneath 3 buildings in the heart of the Dakhia in Beirut. In the heart of the Dakhia in Beirut, Hezbollah constructed 3 buildings with designated underground spaces for storing strategic weapons, with the buildings above acting as a shield. Here you can see one of the buildings in the heart of the Dakhia. In the last hour, we have contacted the residents of the 3 buildings in the Dakhia. These residents are above and near Hezbollah strategic assets and must evacuate immediately for their safety and security. Residents of the following buildings in the Khadath neighborhood, building complex A Salam, A Lilki neighborhood, building Munir Shadid, and in the El Khadad neighborhood, building Shith, must move as far away from the buildings as possible before the strike. In a short time, we will attack the weapons stored beneath the buildings. The explosion, because of the missiles, may damage the structure and could potentially cause them to collapse. Hezbollah exploits and endangers Lebanese civilians, using them as a human shield for its weapons.
And in the meantime, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also, in fact, cut short his US trip. He's returned to Israel, and hours earlier, we had him addressing the United Nations, vowing that Israel's campaign against the Hezbollah would continue, further dimming hopes for an internationally backed ceasefire.
Just this week, the IDF destroyed large percentages of Hezbollah's rockets, which had built with Iran's funding for 3 decades. We took out senior military commanders who not only shed Israeli blood, but American and French blood as well. And then we took out their replacements, and then the replacements of their replacements. And we'll continue degrading Hezbollah until all our objectives are met.